Far smarter than you can ever imagine. You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation.
Go on and
motherfuckers.
Good morning. What up, though? If you seeing our ugly faces,
it's Monday goddamn morning.
Get your coffee.
Have your coffee. Get your raggedy ass tea. Get them dry ass eggs. Sit down. Get your shit together. You know what time it is. You hear that? It's the morning show. We gonna set this week off right. Oh shit! The cock is cock-a-doodle doing.
Speaking of cock.
Oh shit! Speaking of cock, we talking about cocks this morning. Oh shit! Here we go. This is gonna be this time of, you know what I mean? This time is gonna be. We're gonna do some shit. I just had a whole brain fart. I don't know what the fuck happened. I had a whole brain fart. Good morning, peoples. Good morning. You know what I mean? It's Monday morning. You know what it is. Let's get it, dude. So before we want to jump off today, I'm gonna take the reins today and say, white man's name today is Waffle Batter.
Good morning, Waffle Batter.
Good morning, Waffle Batter. He's your Waffle Bot. He's the cousin of the Waffle Bot. Okay, y'all.
Well, if he's Waffle Batter, I'm Kiki, then who are you?
I'm fucking Tone. I'm OC. I'm Tone. OC Tone. Out of control. I'm gonna be a little control today because I got business to do while we up here. Kiki said something last week and she was 100% right. Yo, I gotta give her props. She sat here and said Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams will be the Super Bowl. She did say this last week.
I said it.
So y'all give her fucking props for that because she did call it.
Give her flowers.
I mean? Now, you know, she felt good, right? She felt good because, you know, her, you know what I mean? Matt Stafford is in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And if you know, she's a Stafford fan.
All day.
You know, all day. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for that because, you know, if it left him leaving the shitty-ass Lions for him to achieve a goal. I mean, you know, they threw a team together. Yeah, they did. They spent some money and threw a team together. You know, it'd be sad if them Bengals win the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. And you hear me say it, though? I am going with the Bengals. With the Bengals.
I'm going with,
of course, you're going with
the Rams. But what I will say is this, because I'll be the Rams got to step their game up because they what you call is they dogs. The Bengals is dogs, and they come in. They need this. Like,
yo, so Kansas City didn't have an answer for them in the second half. Like, they just stopped. You know what I mean? So it was kind of scary because when it gets to overtime, you know, you're thinking, oh shit, Kansas City got the ball. It's done. They're going. And Epic failed.
Did you think that? I really didn't. I
thought that as soon as Mahomes got the ball, they were going to march down the field and they were going to score. I thought that. You know what I mean? That was the time for Mahomes to be Mahomes. Like what they say, Brady doing Brady.
Yeah.
That was his time to step up to Mahomes. And he didn't do that.
But you know what? The last quarter he didn't. Like they shook him like with all of them turnovers. Like to me, I felt like it was another opportunity, but I really in my spirit felt like he wasn't gonna take advantage of it.
But
because they had a taste of it. Matt Stafford was in his groove, and let's be clear. Matt Stafford 100% didn't win that game because the Chiefs lost it. So that's why I'm scared for the Super Bowl. I'm scared.
So Stafford is he can be risky at moments. You know what I mean? I mean, he can be risky. You know, if you learn how to shut down one of his main receivers, you know, what's his name, Kupp?
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. Say that 4 times.
I can't. I'm not going. I'm not even going to fucking try. I'm not even going to fucking try. But if you shut him down, then you know I think Cincinnati is a team to watch. I think they can win this shit, and I'm going with Cincinnati.
Why though? Why? Because I mean, all the stats.
It's because of stats, and besides, my homeboy is a Bengals fan. He's been a Bengals fan for years. He's had a shitty life. His whole life has been a shitty ass team.
He the only one ever.
And no, there are others. There's others out there.
Cincinnati too. Ain't nobody.
He is from Cincinnati. Technically, he is from Cincinnati.
Okay, because nobody's. I don't yell. Sorry, nobody's a Bengals fan that is not from Cincy. If you are, stand up. And look, and I'm watching
I'm seeing
the bandwagon be pulling up. I'm watching.
Here's the thing, and so I never knew there was this many Bengal fans. I know of one other. Her name is Sandy. What is her name? Sandy. She's on my Facebook page. I've seen her in the
Sandy
community.
from your Facebook.
I gotta look her name up. But she's a Bengals fan. Always with her black and orange. She's always rocking that shit. Bengals fan. Period. You know what I mean?
Isn't that funny how you can just count on one hand? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so it was weird because I was scrolling my timeline and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Hold on. Where are these fucking people? You was a Bengals fan? I didn't know you were a Bengals fan, but you're a Bengals fan now. I'm only rooting for the Bengals because it's my homeboy, man. I want to see him. The nigga was a little emotional. He was a little happy. He was like, I don't even know how to feel. It's the first time in over 30 years. And
speaking of emotional.
What up?
Did you capture that beautiful moment between Odell Beckham and old boy when he was on the?
Facts.
And that
Debo
was so
Samuel.
Real.
Yeah, it was a real moment.
And people were saying what they were saying, but like, can you imagine everything is on the line and that happens? You human.
Yes, it is, and it's a beautiful thing. It can show that black men can be emotional sometimes with each other. You know what I mean? Fuck it, nigga. It's all right to be emotional sometimes. It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're human.
I want to say to my best friend Scar, call me if you need any medical attention. I know the Chiefs lost yesterday. He's the only Chiefs fan I know too. He's the only Chiefs fan. No, besides Rafe Miller.
Okay, yeah.
I need you to call me. I got.
Why
I
you
got
fucking with Scar for? Why you fucking with Scar?
I'm not really fucking with him. Like he loves that team. I just want to let him know. Like I know some people in the ER. They could just slide them right through. You don't gotta bring shit.
You cold. I got you. You cold. You cold for that, yo. You cold for that. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you lost all momentum, and it didn't. This was your time to go back to the Super Bowl and shine. Had they went back to the Super Bowl, they would have beaten the Rams.
It's just, you know what? You say that. You say that, but look, yesterday tells you that nothing is predictable and nothing is as we think it is.
Exactly, and that's why. So you kept saying Cincinnati is the underdogs. I'm going with Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. Period. You know what I mean?
Can I slide in here and just say that tomorrow is Silk's birthday. So if you know Minnesota, Silk, Tim Hamill.
AKA, it's not safe around here.
It's not safe around here. Tomorrow's his B-Day.
If you see him in the streets, give him a hug. Give him a hug.
And good gaming.
Huh?
And good gaming.
Yeah. Good game. Yes. Good game him. You know, if you see Minnesota Silk, his name is Tim Silk
Hamill.
If you see him, you give him a hug and give him a good game. You don't know what a good game is? You want to show? You want to show? Yes. Good game.
That's it.
You see him on the football team, basketball, you smack a nigga on the ass, smack Silk on the ass, say happy birthday, damn it. That's what you're doing today. He ain't safe. He might giggle a little bit when you do it. He may smile and giggle a little bit. He just likes it. You may have to do it once or twice. He likes that shit.
Don't worry.
So if you see him tomorrow, that's what you need to do, right on his ass. He'll be out. You know what I mean? Just like that. You know?
I want to introduce someone to y'all too.
Really? Because I was going to get on you about that because I was like, yo, she's over here just watching that shit. It's looking at her. She's just gloating off it. She's supposed to share it with y'all, but she, you know.
I had a visitor and I had a passenger in my car this morning, and it happens to be my award. So everybody out here who was playing with me, stop playing with me. I'm the female personality of the year winner twice. Stop playing with me. Real Talk Uncensored, it's a thing. Stop playing with us.
It's a thing.
Stop, like, and share this shit too.
Yes, please share this shit.
And take the time to download the app.
How much more time we got before? 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, we got 2 months.
2 months? Oh, shit. We got to the end of March. Okay, but still download the fucking app this way. If you download it now, you ain't got to download it later. That's problem solved.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! So what the fuck? Where we? Oh, I got to look down my sheet here, y'all.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
I love it because it's very detailed. You know what I mean?
And do it as you wish. Just
okay.
whatever.
So we're coming to the end of football season, and and this is, I guess this is about maybe the interesting part of the year where they start getting shit together and getting people together. You know what I mean? And we're talking about who would serve your. Do you feel your team needs a new coach? Do you feel your team needs a new coach?
Not only yes. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
How many coaches? Y'all starting to become like the Redskins and run into coaches now.
Okay, so I think we could keep Quinn. I like Quinn. I'm going to say it in my Michigan tone. I like Quinn. Okay. But McCarthy and Kellen Moore can go outside, stick their thumb in their ass on the Beltway while they plow the snow with no salt.
That's fucked up.
They can ride on those roads that we rode on coming home from North Carolina for all I care. I'm over them. Mike McCarthy. What? Mike McCarthy to me doesn't suit our team. It's a bad match. Like Jason Garrett was like the mad clapper, as me and Kit was talking. He's the mad clapper. All he did was clap and he smiled and whatever. You need somebody with some gumption, some motherfucking machismo, some good. And I think because the scuttlebutt is Sean Payton, but whatever with that. But if Bruce Arians need a home, do you think that your team needs a new coach?
My team needs a whole bunch of new everything. You know what I mean? We need new everything. 2 days, you know what I mean? We'll have a new name. You know what I mean? I think we'll have a new name. It's going to be the same culture. But you know what's sad about that? It's a new name. You should have a new culture. Fucking get a new owner. We need to replace a lot of shit on our team. So I mean, coaching right now is part of it. I'm so fucking mad. You know why I'm fucking mad?
Why?
Because you had in that NFC game yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. You had two coaches that were both part of the Redskins organization. And instead of hiring these guys, you fired them and sent them away to keep bringing in old trash. Old, washed-up coaches. This is Washington's problem because you constantly want to bring in over-the-hill names that meant something back in the day, but that don't mean shit.
Because they probably equate age with like wisdom and like, because you can look at Andy Reid. Look at Andy Reid. Come on, look at
okay, so when you look at Belichick and you look at the Andy Reids, we don't have none of them.
No, but I'm saying I think the ideology or the thought is that with that type of age and been around so long that you know how to whip a team. People equate wisdom with age a lot.
Okay, so and I agree with Silk. He says you need young coaches and fresh minds. You know what I mean? Old coaches have that old fucking thought pattern and they don't want to change it because this is what worked back in the days. This is a new type of football now, and you need to move with that.
So what is considered Silk and Kit? AKA Blanket. What is considered young? Because I'm going to ask you. You know, Belichick and 36-year-old like Sean McVay.
I would take a 36-year-old. That's younger versus the Ron Rivieras and the Bill Belichicks and the Andy Reids. These niggas is dinosaurs now.
Mike Tomlin is old.
How old is Mike Tomlin?
Probably 50.
Mike Tomlin, his black don't crack, so he looks like a young guy. Oh, come on, let's be realistic here.
What about how old are the Harbaughs? Waffle batter.
Huh?
How old are they?
Oh my God.
And Harbaugh can even come back from Michigan and come help us.
He's 56.
Is he 50? Is he 50?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Okay, that cream ain't cracking over there either.
So I mean, but if you have what it takes, clearly, here's a problem with your team as well, Kiki. Okay. Here's the problem with your team is that we have owners that don't know how to fucking just be owners and mind their fucking business and let the coaches and the people that they hire run the team. They want to be a part of that. That's a fucking issue. You can't win with that. You're not a fucking coach. You're an owner. Sit back and be an owner, and you hired the people to let them do the job. Let them do the job. Stop putting your input in there and bringing in the players that you want to bring in, you know what I mean, or trying to, how could you say, buy a championship. It's failing. It is failing.
Are you speaking of who?
I'm speaking of
Dallas.
Dallas. I'm speaking of Washington. I'm speaking of any team that their owner can't just be an owner.
And be all in the videos.
Yes, you know what I mean? He want to be all on the stage. He want all the credit. When you have an owner like that, we have owners like that.
Well, listen, not for nothing. You are absolutely 1,000% correct, right? But the job of being Dallas Cowboys coach is a job on top of a job on top of a job, and I think that Jerry
because of Jerry
Jones doesn't understand what that position entails and what it takes and the pressure and whatever that it has. Like we get judged more harshly than any football team ever. And you on 32 teams, no one judges teams more harshly than they judge Dallas Cowboys. If I'm wrong, tell me. Waffle batter.
Okay, so Donnell said, "Nah, Tone. Tampa Bay bought a ring, and if the Rams win this year, they bought a ring as well." Yes, you gave up the fucking farm. You gave up the fucking farm.
Did.
You gave up a fucking farm
That's
to
right.
get a ring. Okay. But will that last? Will you continue to be able to win? Because like right now, thank you, Waffle Batter.
What did he say?
He said no, and there's a problem with that. Because what if Tom decides to retire right now?
Which is in the air.
Which is in the air, and when she pulled some fuck shit over the weekend and had people thinking it did, and they jumped the gun. But
bitch.
if he does, yeah,
bitch
ass nigga. If he retires, right?
When he retires.
When he retires, right? What are you going to have as a quarterback?
They have nothing.
You know what I mean? You have absolutely
a
nothing.
plan B. You don't even plan
You
B.
have nothing. You know what I mean? And the same will go for LA. LA has expectations. They need to win this. This is their year. If you do not win this, there's no chances of you going back to the Super Bowl next year because there are other teams that are going to follow this new blueprint and they're building and they're going to come for your ass. And a couple of these super teams, let's be realistic, a couple of teams that were in the playoffs were inches because these playoffs, like you said, were fucking this year were amazing and they were inches. It could have been anybody. A field goal here, a field goal there. Correct. It could have been somebody different in that position. So it wasn't a dominating performance.
Because can change a
exactly.
Shit.
So there was no dominating performance by any team.
Correct.
In the playoffs at this point.
Correct.
So it could be anybody at this game. So now you went and you mortgaged the farm. You gambled away all your draft picks, right? And to get to the Super Bowl, and you're barely making it there. You know what I mean? To me, the ideology is kind of stupid. To me, it's just stupid.
They call that packing, they call that fucking the church money up.
Come on, Waffle Batter. What's up, man? You know what I mean?
The statistical stand.
Statistical stand now? It's statistical stand.
Because we need stats.
We need statistical stand right now.
Come on, statistical stand.
Okay. For starters, no, I will not fire Harbaugh. Our beloved Rip Radio owner, Trump, we had this conversation last night. He wanted to fire him. He's been wanting to fire him for the last 5 years.
So clearly he doesn't like Harbaugh. He doesn't like Harbaugh.
He believes that, since winning the Super Bowl, about almost a decade ago, he feels like, that time has passed. But it's like, dude, this team has been a constant contender since then. Mind you, we've had, either it's free agency issues, injury issues, and now lately, this past season is injury and COVID. So, but every game we've been in, especially during that 6-week, losing streak, we were still in those games. So, and that's due to coaching. Harbaugh is a head coach and his staff. So, no, I'm not letting him go, and surprisingly enough, he's getting a contract extension.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
Right. As for the younger bucks that's going on, mind you, with the Bengals and the Rams going into the Super Bowl, in this whole conference championships, only 3 out of the 4 are below the age of 40. So, and it's not just the sense of fact of them being they're young and they're energetic and all that stuff. The key thing is like, and they have some new innovation. But my thing is, I feels like Andy Reid someone like Andy Reid you still need.
I agree.
And because of the fact that, these young guys, they will burn out quick. And it's showing. It's showing in Green Bay. Mm-hmm. It's about to show in San Fran. Mm-hmm. And it showed in the Rams. Luckily enough with the Rams, and like Tone just said, it's like they bought the farm to try to win. They wanted to host their own Super Bowl. And that's what the Bucs did. They wanted to host their own Super Bowl. And when the Rams had Goff was supposed to be your long-term solution.
Supposed to be.
And you can build with that. But when you trade him off to get Stafford is a seasoned vet, understandable. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden you end up getting Von Miller, you end up getting Odell Beckham. And you start getting that window.
Stack your team.
Yeah, you stack this team. Mind you, it's an ideal. Ideally, it's a good gameplay, but your window starts to get closing, and that's what the Bucs did. When the Bucs got Tom Brady, get rid of Winston, you get Tom Brady, your window shrinks. And now it's like all this speculation. You're doing the Brett Favre thing. Is he? Isn't he not? Willie won't. The NFL says, hey, he's free. He's retiring. Yeah, I jump for joy and all that stuff. But then again, that relying on NFL because usually they're accurate. But then I remember it's like, wait. I had to wait a few days for Ben, even though he says he's going to do it, but he's kind of speculating. So until Ben puts out that video, I was like, all right, I'll hold back. But Tom, I just want him gone because I just want him gone.
The funny part is you're not the only person that just wants him gone.
Yeah.
There's just so many people that want him gone.
Y'all tired of his reign? Y'all tired of it?
I've been tired of it after he got his 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, because
he's just padding his stats at this point. At this point, he's padding his stats.
Yeah, he's padding his stats.
Does that say that you want to remove the threat?
It's more than just removing a threat. It's the fact that I just don't see the point of having Tom Brady on my team right now. I really don't. I feel like I said this before years ago, and I when he was still with the Patriots, Bill Belichick wanted to remove him. That's why Garoppolo got drafted, because Bill Belichick felt like, all right, it's time to move on. Robert Kraft kept Brady because he wanted to continue winning. Mm-hmm. Understandably, as an owner, it's just like, yeah, I want to continue to win. And I want to still be contending. So I figured it's like, all right, logically, I can understand where Kraft's coming from and Belichick coming because both of them want to stay contended. Uh-huh. They want to. The thing is with Belichick, it's the fact of I want to still be relevant and still be a full-time contender. Kraft is his main focus is I want to win. So I can see both aspects of that.
Dark 3000.
Yeah, but as for where we are now with the Bucs, it's like they have no one after Brady leaves. I mean,
so it's a wrap.
But the thing is like when you in a late draft pick situation, all those top tier quarterbacks that you hope to get, they're gone. Yep. So now you got to think about maybe we need a veteran now or whatever. So. And again, you'll be going through that same cycle. What Washington's going through, you don't understand the fact is like I'd rather be a contender for years than just getting this one little window. These short year windows between 3 to 5 years, or maybe 2 to 3, just to win one title. I'd rather have opportunities.
Are you saying that
to
because
go back
that's your
and have the
situation?
chance to win multiple titles?
Yeah.
You saying that because that's your situation, or like you thoroughly believe that?
I believe that.
I believe that.
I believe that. You have to, because there's no way in a world where my short window is going to hurt me in the long run. I really believe so. Because look at the Buccaneers.
Then you're going to be down longer trying to rebuild a team longer. It's going to take that longer to build that team to get back there.
It took almost 20 years for the Bucs to get their second title.
Facts. Facts.
Just to do what they did.
Prime example. Now you look at these Bengals. These Bengals, what was it, 2 seasons ago, only won 2 games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2 games. And they built a team, and they have a team. They're there. They're in the fucking bowl. But they have a team that's going to be there a while. I think it's going to be there a while. Yeah. They're going to be around a while. It's possible. What happens? Let me ask you a question. If Matt Stafford goes down, Who's the backup
Who's
quarterback?
next? Yes. No one knows.
No one knows.
Who's the backup quarterback? So then where does that put your team at? At that present moment, where does that put your team at?
It definitely would drop it. Like
It's hypothetical.
But no hypotheticals. Let's keep it 100. Matt Stafford is
already-
injury prone.
No, he is, and he's older. And look, and he honestly is. Forgive me, sweetheart. He is not like a dog. He's not a dog. He had opportunities, and the opportunities led to the plays that he's making, which is increasing his confidence, which is giving him the plays that he's making. He ain't a dog. So he just by chance. He's just by chance. I'm happy though.
I mean, so here let's take for instance your team.
Okay.
Right. Your team is a great regular season football team. Argue with me, Donnell. Kid, argue with me about that.
Come on,
you
Blake.
guys are a great regular season football team. Right? But when it comes to the fucking big dance, y'all can't get it done. Now, here's what I'm saying. If y'all could have got it done, there was no stopping y'all from getting to the Super Bowl. And I say that. I say that if Dallas could have continued in the playoffs, they could have went to the Super Bowl. And that is most years with Dallas. But you can't get it done. So that takes you out the equation. And every year, you know what I mean? Because that's leading into my next comment.
Okay. Come
You know
on.
what I mean? They say that Cowboys fans have the biggest excuses for losses. Right?
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on now.
It was the referee.
And it's always an excuse. Why? It's never a reason. Y'all can never. And I've met maybe with one Cowboy fan that and we can talk to, and and they can be real. Like, yo, we can't get it done. You know what I mean? And this is what it is. You know what I mean? You always have excuses. My team, just fucking sucks. Period. End of discussion. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. You can draft a quarterback. I don't see it getting better anytime soon. I'm just riding the wave like, okay, we got a new name, but same old bullshit.
So, speaking of excuses, let's all switch places here. Waffle Batter, you're the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. What excuses could you give for that loss? Tone, out of control.
Yeah, what up?
You're the 49ers. Give me some excuses, and we're gonna count.
Give you some excuses?
Yeah, because you know they say us. We love the
Garoppolo is not that fucking guy.
No.
You said give me what excuses?
Give me excuses that a 49er fans would give, like a real hard one would give for that loss, and you give me one for the Chiefs, because y'all said that we are forever hopeful, and we always give excuses about why we lost. I think every team does that. So to me, I'm gonna play a little game.
So I think that's fair, because the first thing the Cowboys fans went to this year was the referee. The referee fucked us.
So
the referee fucked y'all.
So
Okay.
Did you watch the 49ers game?
Yes, I did.
Give me a 49ers excuse that you're gonna hear. How they got robbed, and come on, and then you do the Chiefs. Waffle Batter.
Missed calls.
That's
Missed calls.
one.
You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, but they get at the end of the day, you know, the momentum of that game kept going back and forth.
Jimmy cost us the game.
And then it did. He did. He caused, and essentially, he's not that guy. Now, here's a question. Here's a question to you, Waffle Batter. Do you see Garoppolo in a 49ers uniform next year?
No. Pittsburgh. Boom.
Oh, he's still I think he's still under contract with the Niners.
You say Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Well, they're desperate.
They're desperate.
Yeah, well, what do they have?
Tight ends. Tight ends.
Ben leaves. What do they have?
Because like that's
the dude from Pitt, like the youngin.
yeah. So, but again, that's a whole nother issue. But to answer your question,
Ty, don't go nowhere.
I feel Garoppolo is, like I said, I think he's got another. I think he's still under contract for at least another year.
Okay.
Even though they had Lance, a lot of people were saying they should have brought him in.
Yeah.
That wasn't his fault. I really think the Niners' issue there was their defense just stopped. Their defense just stopped. But but I do agree. There were some calls that were called and weren't. So.
Missed calls.
Okay,
Yeah.
so hold on.
So
Is it fair to say, because now I have to jump on Ty Bradley because she's saying Jimmy choked in the fourth. What happened to your defense? Did your defense not choke the same way?
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
I mean, like, yo, your
Peanut
defense
butter.
choked. I watched the game. You know what I mean? And it was optimistic, but your
Yeah.
defense choked. At the end of the game, your defense
Yeah.
choked.
You can't rely on one dude. I'm sick and tired of you're relying on a quarterback to do what? I mean, it's just like here's the other thing
How
I
many
didn't like.
drop passes?
That and also the play calling.
Yes.
That's the one. That's
That's
where
what
you
you
should
need to- that's
play
what you need to
because
play.
the way if you saw how those last two drives the Niners had where they could have expanded their lead. You know, Garoppolo had somehow it's like one you went away from the running game. And Deebo Samuels was like, you know, there were times where he was not even in
starving.
in the lineup. And then where everything was being taken away deep, you would go into the sidelines and the passes were either full well you're not even close to the starting line, so you're pretty much going backwards.
So here's my thing. You got to put some pressure on. You got to put some of the blame on Jimmy because he makes bad passes.
Tort
And
said, one catch. Ain't nobody talking about no Jimmy.
You know what I mean? Bad passes. But when you look at the whole team, that you collapsed.
Yeah.
You had a 10-point lead.
Yep.
You should have built on that. You
They
should have
did this
kept your
10
fucking
years.
foot on
They
their
did this
throat.
couple of years in the Super Bowl. You had a 10-point lead against the
you blew
Chiefs,
it.
and you blew it. You don't blame a quarterback for that.
No,
you blame everything
you blame the
else.
team. And-
Now, as for the Chiefs and their excuses,
Yes, give me a
their excuses is why did we stop running? That's one of the main excuses.
That's why
Like
we lost.
all you had to do. A lot of people keep. The Chiefs are dynamic when they pass a lot, but the thing is like when you pass a lot, there's opportunities to make mistakes. And the one thing that I've noticed this season alone with Mahomes, and actually going back, like I said to you earlier this year, check those two Super Bowls. When Mahomes is going crazy,
Yeah.
with his pass crazy,
said that.
he is erratic.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
not disciplined.
we saw that.
And you will see that. And I felt like when you go away from the running game that they have, and they have a decent running game, it disappears. And I think they were trying to get that big, huge knockout blow, and the Bengals weren't having it. So that's how. And surprisingly enough, early this year, our Ravens were down by the Chiefs the exact same way the Bengals were in this game. And the Bengals
blew that freaking lead.
Yeah, and they blew that lead because it's pretty much you were trying to do this big, huge knockout punch, and it's like, no, we're gonna do it slow and steady, and that's what the Bengals did twice, slow and steady, and they kept going.
Back into
Yeah, and
Long stroke.
Yeah.
Just long stroke.
they play for the long game.
Back to the Cox again. This is talking about it earlier. This is back to the Cox. Really? This is what we doing? Long stroke him. So I mean,
So, question to you.
What's up?
You, speaking of, I'm going to go back to your team now, right? You guys have something big happening in a couple of days or whatever. However, would
The
you
fuck?
prefer?
That's not big.
Would you? Well, it's the scuttlebutt. It's what's,
Okay.
what's
All right.
swirling
Okay.
around,
Okay.
like the name change and all that stuff.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Would you rather find out the investigative properties of what's going on and fix the culture at the skin,
facts.
or
There it is.
would you?
There it is.
I
There it
gotta
is.
say
You
no
don't have to go any further. That part you need to fix. The culture needs to be fixed.
Fuck that
Everything
name.
else is going on, and so you're making a big deal out of this name change or introducing this name to cover up the real issue behind the scenes.
Distractions.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean?
That's all it is. That's what they did.
That's all it is. But you know, but the issue is with the culture and everything that's going on in that building needs to be fucking fixed because it's a virus in there. It's a cancer, and I don't give a fuck how many times you change the name, who the fuck you bring in there. Washington will always be losers. Period.
Wow. And he said that.
You know what I mean?
You
That's
said
what
that.
It is. That's what it is. You can't bring in the name of, like Donnell Kidd said, the Washington Commanders, and you're still paying like shit. Command means you command shit. You running the show. You know what I mean?
And you still
you
touching,
niggas is
you
getting
still
ran.
sexually harassing people. You still
Come on, man.
like people don't want to work for the Washington.
That is
whatever.
a whole fucking issue, and that needs to be fucking front page news. That needs to be dealt with accordingly and when swiftly.
Oh, it's been
These-
front page news. The thing is again, this is all. Again, Washington. Like I agree with everything you're saying about that team. I'm saying that the Washington team because that is what it is for the last 20 years under Daniel Snyder.
Yeah.
He does not care.
He is
worried
by
about
far
money.
the worst owner in
Yeah.
the fucking NFL.
And he just does. And
Here's the problem: his money has to be dropping because attendance in the stands and stuff like that is dismal now. It's
Right.
it's awful.
I like that word.
You bought a team that was rich in culture, and the fucking stadiums was always sold out, and now it's just like a ghost town in there sometimes.
And,
Come on, man.
the first thing on your list is to move it and to build a new stadium as opposed to
You did that when you fucking came here.
You left
well,
RK.
no,
You
Jack
left RK.
Jack and Cook did that
Yeah.
because I'm glad you're going to that route because I don't know if you've been hearing about getting a new stadium and
I have, and I think it's bullshit.
yeah
In Virginia.
So, Loudoun County of all places.
Yes.
Niggas, I'm not driving the fuck you.
See, that's the thing. See, that's what I wanted to hear because the funny part was a lot of the question is like, what will happen to the fan base if it moves to Loudoun County? And once I heard that, I said this within myself. I said this: you're gonna lose about more than 50%. Let's get into more than 60%.
I'm gonna say 60, 65% easily.
Percent of that fan base.
Yes.
And you know who that is? The color of you guys' skin.
Of course.
Because they're not going to go down to Loudoun County.
They're not.
No!
They get pulled over.
Loudoun County is like an hour away from where I live driving
and
there.
fuck that.
And nigga, I'm not, fuck Loudoun
For
County.
the
Slim.
Washington something,
Nah.
I gotta go to Loudoun.
So here's the
not
crazy
going.
part about that is you already have your training facility out in Loudoun
Right.
County.
You do.
So
That's
why the
enough.
fuck go back out to Loudoun County? But it's where you want to go because it's where you're accepted at. I think it's a stupid move if you do
a
that.
cop-out.
If you do it,
Right.
it's bullshit. Fix what the fuck you got going on right now and build the culture back, bitch.
It begins with
I love
this.
it.
The way
I
I
love
see it
that.
is this: one, Washington D.C. really needs to push hard to get statehood. Because that way you can
Yeah.
remove that whole element of this federal land bullshit that they've been saying for years.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, a lot of the talks is like Washington really, the city of Washington really wants that team back.
They do.
And the main thing is like everyone's been saying is like just because RFK is still there.
Were
But
you
that
loving
needs a
them?
that
Were you
needs a
loving
massive
them?
upgrade.
That's
No,
what
it
I'm
does.
saying.
It
No,
needs a
no.
massive upgrade.
What I'm saying is they need to. It's still there due to the fact is like it hasn't been torn down,
Yeah.
and pretty much the only reason like it's still there because either they're waiting for whatever developer to tear it down and build quote unquote apartments or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like no, you have land there to bring back your team back to back into its city. Tear it down, build a new place, redevelop that area just like you've been doing redeveloping
Yep.
everywhere else.
Everywhere.
Down where they did where the Nationals play at.
Yeah,
Yes.
where the Nationals
They redeveloped that whole
Beautiful
area.
on the
It's
waterfront.
beautiful. Why
So
not do that?
you can mind you, redeveloping that area will work, and especially
so let's be
affordable
realistic,
housing
'cause
and
some parts of that
retails and
area
stuff
is
like
real
that.
ghetto over there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's real fucked up
it
around
definitely
there.
was
So I think
where,
that, like-
where the Nationals was. Like it
It
definitely was
was.
that.
That used to be. That used to be the spot back in the
used to
day.
be First Street and Half Street. and all that shit. Yeah.
But so now, I mean, you're right. Build a fucking super stadium. Like build a stadium. Build a stadium where you have potential of hosting a Super Bowl. I like to see that.
And people would love to come.
It would love to come. You know what I mean? And if you look at if you do, that's a smart move. But you know, Daniel Snyder, you're a fucking dummy.
Yeah, but that's
And
the other
fuck
thing. It's the other thing is when it comes to the business aspect, Daniel Snyder is not the right person to be.
No,
that.
he's not. He needs to shut the fuck up and just be an owner and be like, yo, I'm an owner. I hired you people. Do your fucking job. I just own the team. That's it. Oh,
You got a call? You know
got music too? Oh, what the fuck?
You know that AB wants to come and play with Lamar Jackson?
We'll get to that.
Call him. Who we talking to?
Good morning. This is Cinnabon.
Good morning. What's
Good
up?
morning, Cinnabon.
Good morning. Good morning. I agree with everything that y'all are saying, and it definitely needs to be more voices of being, that area to be rebuilt. And if they can do it over there for the Nats, they could definitely build it over there. But I just wanted to say, in lieu of all that, at the end of the day, I just wanted to say that I love you guys. And we need to really call and check on folks in lieu of what happened to Miss America. So in lieu of all that y'all talking to, I agree with everything. But at the end of the day, I just want to say that I love you guys.
I love you
And
too.
check on everybody.
Definitely.
Thank you. We love
Thank
you too. Appreciate your call.
Appreciate your call.
Go somewhere, but don't
I'm
go
sorry,
nowhere.
Don't go nowhere. But We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up this football.
We're gonna wrap it up.
You know what I mean? Let's wrap it up with the question that you just asked. Waffle butter, waffle batter. What?
Woo!
I don't know.
All of it's light. All of it's light.
All of it's light.
All of it's light. Why you?
I didn't do it.
Please re-ask the question.
Oh, okay.
AB wants to play with Lamar Jackson. Would you be accepting? Would you?
I want to be honest now. Be honest now.
I'm
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
We ain't talking about.
I'm going to say this. About 10 years ago, same thing happened. Same quote unquote request. Terrell Owens, he was traded out of San Fran and pretty much was going to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people looked at me as a Raven fan saying it's like, oh, you're getting TO. What you say? How you feel about that? I literally said, no. And knowing John Harbaugh,
no,
he's actually said no.
You don't want that.
I don't want that.
You don't want
so
that.
Big distraction is, and that's why he ended up in Philly. Antonio Brown, no.
That's a cancer.
As much as I know him and Mark, of course he's Marquise Brown's cousin and all, but John Harbaugh is no, because he's a distraction. You don't know how long mentally, physically. Well, physically I think he can still play, but it's that mental shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with him.
There's
Ain't nothing wrong with
that's
him.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's a cancer he's putting in the teams. And then if you look at his production on the field, it's not where it used to be.
Yeah.
Or it's not there. So what is the purpose of bringing him? What is the purpose of bringing him?
A healthy Antonio Brown is not producing.
But he's not healthy.
No.
He's not healthy.
Let's keep it real here. You're dealing with. We know full well football is a physical sport because we see it every time physically. But the whole mental aspect of it, you're constantly getting hit. And you got to get back up, dust it off, and go do another play every single time for at least a good hour. Mm-hmm. Antonio Brown, ever since he left Pittsburgh, has been, I don't know, his mental state is just deteriorating.
No.
No, what I'm saying is not the sense of that.
How about he put on a Cowboys uniform then?
Yeah, would you take him? Because mind you, I mean, he's a good receiver. He could do things for you.
She said there's nothing wrong with him. Would you take him?
Listen,
would you take him on your team?
My team is a team that would take you on drugs. They would take you in jail. They would take you baby mama drama. They will take you.
Yeah.
Are you producing?
So why not take them?
I'm gonna implore everyone to just watch I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall. That's a podcast that I look at. There's nothing wrong with Antonio Brown. There's nothing wrong with him. When you watch it, I'm gonna give y'all homework. Next week we're gonna reconvene, then we'll speak about it. Okay. I'm not saying that he's not drama laden. I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of things that follow him. You can call him a cancer.
Say drama laden?
Drama laden.
Oh, okay.
Like he's dramatic. I'm not saying he's not a drama king, and that is a lot for people because Marshawn Lynch, he barely lived through that. And look, we had Terrell Owens, so we do understand that Ocho Cinco was a distraction.
Right.
Those things that cause those distractions. People, they gamble in it, and it's not worth it.
But here's the thing.
But I think stat wise,
I get the stats.
Okay.
I understand all that. I mean, mind you, T.O., Hall of Fame numbers.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to respectfully interrupt you.
Okay.
His side of the story was that, and it doesn't condone his actions because he definitely admitted that he was wrong to do all the shit that he did on the field, right? But he was saying like he lived in he worked in a hostile environment. The only person that ever wanted him on that team was Tom Brady. You know why? Because of the shit that we saying. Everybody judged him based upon what the media said and what happened, blah blah blah. He said no one else wanted him there. He said so at that last moment when he was saying, he said I'm here to win. I want another championship. I want another whatever. I'm not gonna play hurt. And Bruce Arians told him, well, get the fuck out of here. And that's what he said. I'll get the fuck out of here. He said, you cannot play me. He said, so they was asking, like, you gave up $30 million. And what he said was, integrity-wise, I'm not going to do that. Like, fuck you and your money. The same thing with Pittsburgh. He was saying that people in Pittsburgh were smoking weed. He was getting in trouble for this small shit. Yet your players is getting high and nobody's getting in trouble but me. I'm not saying. Listen,
Taking
I'm
him
broke.
on your team.
I need 30 million.
Are you taking him on your team?
I need 30 million.
But here's
taking him on your team.
No.
You said, "Oh no."
Yeah,
There it is. I love the argument, though. I love the argument.
it's a violent argument.
Okay.
But here's the counter to it. If this was let's say this profession was in a corporate setting. Would you bring, if you know full well, based off the resume,
It's business. No.
yeah, well, based off of his resume, he can produce, he's all that stuff. But then always the main question asked is like, well, why were you fired? And he has to sit there and explain that to his,
Baby, he
to
will
an
be
HR
working.
person.
He will be working next season because
we'll
people
see.
are
No.
desperate. People
Seriously.
are desperate. People are desperate. It probably won't be
Are you
none of
how
our
that
teams.
desperate conversation
No.
from last week? It was just desperate. It was talking
Yes,
about the
McDonald's, mind you, but they're people are hiring McDonald's and Amazon, and, since they're promoting this. Oh, we got $15 an hour.
Mark my words, bruh.
Yeah.
Mark
Okay.
my words.
We'll see.
You'll see.
So we'll see.
Moving right along.
moving right along. It's time to move on because we're running out of time.
It was at this moment he knew.
We got a little
Fucked
carried
up.
away with football today.
We did.
But I gotta touch top tier Caucasity. Y'all know this is my shit now. Top tier Caucasity. I'm putting my foot on y'all necks on that shit.
Come on. Do you have an example of what top tier Caucasity is? Can you give us the definition?
Here's what I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Listen to this shit. Listen now. Women in Trader Joe's where pets are not allowed brings her non-service dog in, and the dog pees on the floor, and this fucking Karen with her silly ditzy ass insists that the staff clean it up. Raised a bunch of hell and left. And the staff still had to clean up this pissy shit. Now, why would you bring your funky ass dog in the goddamn store like that and know it's not a service animal? And then let it piss on the floor. You didn't walk that motherfucker before you brought it in there? That's some Caucasian shit.
That's the top tier
Caucasity. And these Caucasians do shit like this.
and get away with it.
Yes!
Do you know my black ass would have been on the ground, face down, thrown to the floor, and the police would have been called
They
on
would
me?
have took the fucking dog. They would come on, man. That's you see these white people and they do stupid shit like this. Why would you bring the fucking dog in? And the dog peed on the floor, and then you gonna get mad and be like, we gotta clean that up. Bitch, no, you clean that up. See, that couldn't have been me. I'd have been fired. I'd have been fired right there. Bitch, you clean that shit up, you simple motherfucker. You bring your dog. I'd have kicked the dog in the ass. What? Get the fuck out my store.
And how dare you even have an argument back about your
Your
dog?
dog! You brought your dog and peed on the fucking floor, you nasty motherfucker. Does your dog pee on the floor in your house? Why come in my store? And so hold on. Let's look from another avenue. I'm a customer and I'm in the store and I'm trying to buy, and I'm watching your dog pee on the floor. Do I want to shop there anymore? Because you allow this.
The funny thing was that somebody said, "Excuse me, ma'am, your dog peed on the floor." She's like, "I know." She was waiting for the staff.
Bitch, clean that up. Paper towels is out in aisle 9. Go get them joints. Clean that shit up. Top tier Caucasity. And this will be a permanent segment on the show. You know what I mean? Hold on. Pause. You know what I mean? There gonna be some dumbass nigga news too. That's coming next.
Flip the page.
Dumbass nigga news.
Flip the page.
What do we have?
Dumb shit.
Stupid shit. This is stupid shit. Come on with it.
You big dummy.
Yes.
No, you
Go
way
ahead.
more animated than me. Like you gotta do it. You way more animated than me.
Stupid shit, y'all. Here it comes. Some more stupid shit for your morning. Some students are upset because they say that they identify as being cats. You heard me. They identify as being cats. Listen. And they want litter boxes placed on the campus in the bathroom. What the fuck? And when is this stupid shit gonna stop?
What the fuck is that?
Yes. What, you gonna squat in a litter box and pee?
How far are we gonna take this identify as? How far, Tone?
I don't fucking know. Apparently, there's no stop in sight. You can identify to anything you want. You want to identify as a fucking cat? then I'm going to identify as a dog, and I'm chasing your ass down and kill your ass, you simple motherfucker. God damn it.
They have these things called furries. And people who dress up in animal, I think I know you know what that is. That's a fetish.
A furry? What the fuck is a furry? Furry?
Yes, they dress up. They buy these costumes like pandas and whatever with the head, like the mascots. They call them furries.
Okay, so would that be like the anime, like what?
No, I'm talking about like the mascot.
Oh, like a mascot.
You got they buy those mascot costumes with fur, and they have sex in them. They
how you?
Oh, okay, come on, stat. Come on, statistical stand.
Here we go.
Enlighten us.
Okay, so because I recently heard a podcast, the Pornhub podcast, and they one of my favorite porn stars, Asuka Akira, she interviewed a guy who's a furry, and mainly it is about just dressing up as a quote unquote whatever animal character, but they get sometimes elaborate. So if anyone has seen like the Masked Singer, those elaborate costumes, that's where they pretty much it could be that elaborate, or it can be like a simple like a college mascot outfit.
I think that's low level.
Yeah, low level.
Yeah,
but the main thing. But hold on, the main thing is it's a culture. It's pretty much they go to parties, conventions. They get to meet other quote unquote animals.
Google it. It's called furries.
Yeah.
Google
so the sex part is that's like another level. But
with the costumes on.
Yeah, with the
and
costumes on.
You never see their faces.
Yeah, you never see their faces.
They never removed it.
Yeah, it's like pretty much you're seeing animals fucking.
Because I'm an animal. I want to fuck you.
So, but again, that's some.
I have so many fucking questions.
But the main thing is the sex part is that's like I said, it's another level of that. Yeah. But pretty much the main thing that they associate themselves with is just they like being in those costumes, and it
he hated here.
Look, I'm leaving this planet. I'm leaving this planet. I hate it here. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. People want to put on costumes and fuck each other in the ass. I don't understand that. Like, what do you do? I got questions, man. It's going to be a whole live later on. Believe that. It's going to be a whole live later on. I got questions. They put on these fucking costumes. Hold on. Let's get back to the stupid shit. Some students, they identify as being cats and want litter boxes.
In the bathroom. Why
What's it going to be next? You going to identify as a dog and you want a fire hydrant? What the fuck? I mean,
why is this even? Just why is this
because
even?
shit has gotten carried away. Shit has gotten carried away.
What do you attribute this extremity?
The alphabet people. Y'all gotta own this shit. The alphabet people have to own this shit. This is y'all doing. Everybody feel comfortable with everybody. Be
inclusion.
With you all.
Inclusion.
Fuck?
Inclusion. They want a litter box.
What if your child came home and said, "Mom, I identify as a cat. Get me a litter box." Yeah, exactly. What you say?
My children wouldn't dare.
So what's
the way I would unravel on London and Brittany, way I would unravel on them, you can't even bring that goofy shit to my house.
So obviously, because this is real shit. This isn't made up.
It's real shit.
This is real shit. It's not made up. But here's the thing: they have parents.
Well, fuck my kid up.
Listen.
Okay, sorry.
Your son comes home. Your son comes home and says, "Hey, Dad, I don't identify as a man anymore. I identify as a dog." Put a collar on that motherfucker and walk his ass down the street. You know what I mean? And smack him in the nose with a newspaper.
Nope.
What kind of shit is that?
I'm not.
How are you condoning this? How is this normal and okay? This is not normal. Now, not saying that this wasn't a thing behind closed doors like in the 80s.
Yeah, do it.
And go ahead, do that shit, but don't put it on my front doorstep. This is not news. This should not be news. If you want to identify as a cat and then demanding they put a litter box in the bathrooms.
Let me tell you something.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna tell you what.
Who's gonna clean the litter box?
I got lucky to have people subscribe to my bullshit and call me Black Widow since 2004. I got lucky to have people subscribe to my bullshit. Just like you, out of control. You got us to subscribe to your bullshit,
okay, so
right?
hold on. So Essence is saying being a furry aligns with the BDSM community.
She knows. Uh-oh.
Statistical stand says no. You know what I mean? All of this shit came out the woodworks because of the alphabet people. Own that shit. Just own it.
I said it again.
Come on now.
There
Come on,
is a podcast, the Pornhub podcast, that Pornhub, starring Asa Akira, recently interviewed a furry. He explains it's not part of that culture. It is just so.
And who is he? Like, is he the top furry?
No,
like,
he's just they're not a top. Yeah, he's not a top furry. He's just part of that community.
Okay,
That's
and
it. So he
tried to clear shit
understands
up.
that.
So there was a confusion. There was a confusion about it then. Correct?
So
not a
Because
confusion.
he-
It's not a confusion. It's just.
Well, I'm asking because he cleared it up. So was there?
Yeah, you
confusion
can clear it
about
up.
Okay.
You know, just listen to that podcast. Every time people say this, it's like, oh, he's part. No, it's like there's information out there that can help clear it up for you.
So when did this really start? So apparently, I'm going to say this. It has to have been a thing for a while now. But when did it become a public thing? A thing that you were projecting on people?
This is what Tort said. This is definitely some alphabet shit.
It is, and I agree. And so when did this become a thing? Because, let's say back in this new generation will be like, yo, y'all fucked up back then. But in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, you didn't walk around the street and was like, yeah, I'm a furry. I want to fuck you in the butt.
That's what Karan said. I don't think there were any cat people in the 80s.
No, there wasn't. So when did this become a thing where now it just stems from the alphabet people?
Inclusion.
You know what I mean? Because
Whatever.
now push yourself out there. Be who you want to be. Push the agenda down their throat. Like back in the 80s and the 90s, when you watch TV, you didn't see gay scenes in the show. You didn't see that. You know what I mean? Those
It was
things.
implied though. Like
It was implied,
you
didn't visually show two men making out.
What is the name of that show? Where
They do it on PowerPoint.
No. Before that, it was another one. And I first saw it. I think it was Queers. Was Queers?
Steers
a
and
show?
Queers?
No, it was called Queers. Was that it? Queer? It was on HBO.
Possibly. I can't.
I think it was called Queers. And that or the Q. Is it a Q or the L word? The Q. Something like that. Excuse me if I'm saying it incorrectly. But that was the first time, like around 91, that I saw it, and I was like, oh, but it was on HBO. Like that's a paid thing.
But that was a
so
paid thing. It was
my
HBO,
mother was just
did it come on like prime time, or was just later on in the evening, late night? Type shit?
when I wasn't supposed to be looking at it.
You know what I mean? Okay. And those times, all right, cool. I mean, but it wasn't a thing like you see now.
What's the name?
Come on.
This is where I believe, generational wise, you can't handle certain. A lot of people can't handle certain things.
Okay.
It has been there for a long time. It's just finally, it's just like, look, the acceptance is becoming more and more. Not just only here in America, but just worldwide. It's slowly becoming more and more because of the fact that it's like, look, you can't hide all of this anymore.
I'm leaving this planet. I am leaving this fucking planet.
You hate it here.
I hate it here.
I mean, I said it before. It's just like, look, if it doesn't affect you, you shouldn't worry about it.
But here's my thing: it doesn't affect me, but I'm not comfortable. Like it makes me
Waffle
feel
batter.
uncomfortable.
They're asking for a litter box in the bathroom,
Okay,
bro.
that's just again that is just silly shit. But honestly, it's like, no. I mean, mind you, you can if you really want to know where it fully starts, it starts in college.
But what's the ceiling? Like what's the ceiling?
But there is no ceiling.
Again, you went from, let's say, like I say, if you start certain things in college, because a lot of people, they're open-minded. There's, the system there is like there. You see a lot of different aspects of life and the world within a culture in universities and colleges, because again, you're there to fully learn something. Everyone keeps throwing the book at it, saying it's like, I don't want to go to college. Mind you, yeah, it's expensive, but the thing is like you get to see different people there. Instead of just mind you, everyone's like stay. You don't stay within your own. You get a chance to see different cultures, stuff like that. Everyone say, go to a black college because you'll be accepted more. Okay, that's fine for you all. But then again, I'd rather go to a school where I get to see different aspects of cultures, because then you get to understand them as well, them understanding you. And I understand something like this is the extreme,
Oh my God.
beyond extreme.
Yeah.
Okay, but mind you, the thing is like you're trying to build up to if today's society can't handle what's coming. I understand for you, Tone, stating the fact that like, you want to leave. But the thing is like it's building up to this stuff. These things need to. It's just you don't know when it's gonna. When can something like this start and appear, or are you gonna just continue to bury it?
Yeah.
But like I said, the cat litter and the human,
That's all I
fire
can
hydrant.
hear.
No, God, that's sanitary, people.
Saying,
That's just stupid.
At what point do you look at these people and say, "Oh, okay, enough is enough"? I get what you want to be, and that's fine. But asking for a cat litter box in the bathroom, fuck out of here. Okay, so it's that
10
time.
o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock. So you know what I mean. Fun hour's over. Let's get to the topic of the day. The topics of the day. You're going to take these topics. You're going to talk about with your friends. You're going to be at the water cooler. You're going to bring it up.
Yeah.
We talked about it, motherfuckers.
Why you getting back shots?
Okay.
Just talk about it.
Why you
Just
getting
talk
back
about
shots?
it. Why not?
So why you getting back shots? Damn it. Oh my God. So why you getting back shots? Here's a question. Here's a question now. Are dating apps okay? Are they? Are they okay? You know what I mean? Are they a sign that you are desperate or having given up? Or is it a last resort? Or would you recommend using the others? Now, let's talk about Tinder and all that other shit. That's just a hookup app. You know what I mean? You're not going to find your fucking everlasting love. I don't think so. You know what I mean? It can happen. Okay, it can happen. But for the most part, most dudes on there, most women on there, just looking to hook up and get the hookup. I mean,
It really?
so the question is, are dating apps okay? Because there's pros and cons with this. You know what I mean? Because on the other hand, you see people that you got some people that could be, you're going to meet this chick and you can be a killer. I mean, kill a chick.
Speaking of killer, there was a man that killed somebody over the weekend on Bumble.
Yeah. I mean, so.
Did you see that? Yeah, somebody on Bumble. So I'm asking because while we accepting litter boxes and shit, do we admit that I use a dating app? Is anybody within the sound of our voices will admit that they have used a dating app, and if they want to share their experience, we're going to open the phone lines up?
So Jackson Louisville.
That's London.
London. Oh my.
Lulu.
Girl, London, you bring your ass in here one of these days. I want to have London sitting right there.
No problem.
And we can fucking
Next
convene
week.
and have a good little show with London. London says dating apps give you a wider selection than what you see physically. And I see that point because you're out places and you're not really, you're in the middle of your life and you're running, you're doing this, but you're really not thinking about that. A dating app gives you a chance to go to,
without all of the hassle, without all of the
it
commitment.
allows you. I love London. She said it allows you to catfish or hatfish. That's another issue. These people are putting up misrepresentations of themselves, and then when you meet this person in public, you're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
That doesn't happen on a dating app. Please enlighten
It
me.
does, but I'm just saying it does. It does because they're giving you a false sense of who they are. They're putting up this picture when they maybe like 20 years ago when they were like fucking 30 pounds lighter and they had a fucking head full of hair then.
Do you read Silk's comment?
What he said? Silk said it's for losers with no rap. Most folks can't communicate in person, so it's easier for them to communicate through text and type. Ooh, that one. Ooh,
that's gonna hurt somebody.
Okay, so is that a fair conversation? That is a fair conversation to have.
301.
Because scrolling back up, Essence said it in the age of today, it has become the way of life for most. Is it the lazy way?
Okay. Let me give out this phone number.
Somebody said, Tavio said they had a new back page.
I feel like I think I'm too old. I'm too old to accept the dating app profile. I think I'm too old for that. But I know my coworkers who are in the same age range depend on it. Like have paid, like invested in it, have paid to have their profiles. I think some Stan. Some profiles, I'm going to ask Waffle Batter, some profiles make you pay, correct? And I know people who pay. They say, look, I just want all of the homework done because we're a microwave society. We want everything handed to us. We lazy.
Yes.
We like convenience. We like people to just do our work for us. The same way. I can't.
You got that way now.
Would you ever, if you were not married, Tone, would you ever subscribe and go the route of dating app? Why or why not?
I would only use a dating app for hookup purposes. Nothing
Fucking.
more. Just hookup purposes. Otherwise, not. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm in your fucking town. Let me see what's here. I'm gonna come to your town. Let me see what's here. Hey, you want to fuck? Okay, let's hook up. Let's fuck, and that's it. I'm gonna go about my business. Dating you
Why
wise,
is
I
it?
wouldn't
Because
waste my time.
are you judging me? Are you
I'm not
judging
judging
me?
you.
No, I'm
It's just
asking
not-
like.
I'm not judging you. It's just not for me though. It's not.
No,
for me.
I'm saying you won't allow yourself to do that. So does that mean that there's judgment? Like I would never fuck with a chick on a dating app. Like, is there judgment there? From you, because it sounds like it.
There's no judgment if that's what you choose to do.
I'm talking about you. You said I would never. I just would use it for
fucking.
So I'm
yeah.
asking,
It's
like,
not- I'm not judging you. I'm not judging anybody. It's just not for me.
would you?
It's not my preference.
If you meet someone that is on a dating app, what is your thought process?
You just.
I went on 4 dates this week, Tone, and guess what? I was on Bumble and Tinder.
You're a bum
Plenty of
bitch.
fish.
You're a bum bitch.
See?
Hold
That's
on.
a judgment.
No, well, it's my judgment. It's
Yes.
my judgment. So here's what it is. You've been on 4 dates this week, then that means you're kind of broke, and you're looking for niggas to feed you.
Your pussy trash.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're just looking for a nigga to feed you because you're hungry.
Are you serious?
You've been on 4 dates this week. You've been on 4 fucking
haven't
dates.
found my
You've been on
match.
4 fucking dates in a week, right?
I haven't found my match.
All right, cool. You hungry? You need somebody to feed you
Are
dinner
you
or something like
kidding
that.
me, Tom?
I'm just saying, 4 dates equal 4 different meals. But this is my opinion. These are Tone. These are the opinions of OC. OC Tone. And these are his opinions. So you know what the fuck? I'm just saying. It's a free meal, and if she's fucking on top of that, you know, hey, nigga, it falls into the realm of what I said. I'm getting on there looking for some pussy. If I'm doing it, I'm looking for some pussy. And that's just what it is. I'm not looking for nothing else.
So, how do you come at me? Cause for real. Okay, let's split this up. Let me say.
Okay.
Let's split this up. I'm on Bumble because I'm looking for the love of my life. I'm looking for my match. You on there looking for a fat ass. How do you approach me? Because the profile is still the same. I said what I want.
Okay,
and
so
blah, blah,
when you
blah.
look at the profiles, when you look at the profiles in the description, a person is going to tell you what they're looking for and what they really want, right? And in some descriptions, they're going to tell you what they really want. Okay, cool. You want this, that, and the third. I don't have this to offer. You know what I mean? I don't have this to offer, so you know I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna scroll past that one. I'm gonna look at one that just looking for the same interest that I'm looking for.
But it's not. Is it designed to be a hookup? I think that those apps are.
But they are. What the fuck?
So London says some people use dating apps to help with their OnlyFans page to build their subscriber
Wow.
base, and some people use it for hookups. Some find love. It's a large pool of possibilities.
And so I agree with that with her. I agree with her on that. You know what I mean? Let's not even get into OnlyFans. We're not going to go there. We're not going to touch that. You know
Because
what I mean?
that's clearly not a dating site.
That's not a dating site.
Is
But,
it even a hookup site?
let's just go there.
Why the fuck
go there
not?
because I've been meaning to do a live about that, and I want to call some niggas out. You dumb niggas, you stupid dumb ass niggas is paying these broads just for them to shake their titties and show you some pussy and play with themselves. How desperate are you? How sad of a life do you have to be on fucking OnlyFans paying these chicks? You know what I mean? Hey, nigga, are you fucking? Are you fucking? Are you getting anything out of this? Can you claim it on your taxes at the end of the year? You know what I mean? Come on.
Really, nigga?
Oh, Tone, you done woke up waffle batter. Come on, waffle batter.
Ding, he's ready. Let's go.
Okay. For those who are more mature, listening to this
Childish
show,
as fuck.
you remember the days of peep shows?
Yes.
Yes.
Ecstasy.
What is so different from that and OnlyFans?
I was going to ask that same question.
Okay, so there's no really difference of that. There's no difference.
So
in
why
that.
are you
But
complaining?
For me, I don't understand. I don't understand the logic behind it. I don't understand, and it's not being immature. It's being that I don't understand the logic. It makes no sense to me. Why am I paying you a fucking $1,000 for you to be, as you said, a peep show?
Just like stripping. You
can't touch the strippers.
And that's a fantasy. That's
It
entertainment.
all depends on what strip club you go to.
And some
I done been in strip clubs and seen niggas fucking in the corner.
Well, but still, it's let's say take those clubs out, but majority of the clubs where all you do is see and toss dollars. Again, what is the difference between that, the peep shows back in the day, and OnlyFans?
I just don't understand.
And Cinemax, Ecstasy. What's the name of the old shit? Not Cinemax. What's the old XXX? We used to have it too. My daddy used to have it. What's the name of the Escapades?
Okay.
Remember Escapades? No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Remember
I'm just
Escapades.
saying,
But Tor said, depending on which credit card you use, you can't claim it on your taxes.
Yeah. I mean, unless you are, is based off of what I've read, unless you are the owner of that page. I mean, because you're accepting money, it's a job. So technically, it's like, again,
I'm not mad at them. Let me get something. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them for being up there and that's a business they're running. I'm kind of mad at you dumbass niggas. You really fund their lifestyle. Like it was absurd to be like, you heard about the two guys, the father and son that were strippers, and these niggas was making almost $1 million a year.
You hater.
How am I a hater?
You a hater.
I say, yeah, that is hated.
You a hater.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm hater today. You know what I mean? My name is motherfucking Hater Tone today, and I am fucking hate like you are some silly motherfuckers. Like, yo, you got. I mean, I get it. I've been to the strip club.
Do you watch porn?
Huh?
Do you?
Occasionally, I watch porn. So what the fuck? I'm normal. Me and my wife watch it together.
Okay, you're funding.
You're funding
sex work.
Actually, porn is free to watch.
Your clicks generate your clicks.
Yes.
Well,
they generate.
It's not coming out of my wallet. It's not coming out of my bank account.
Technically,
I mean, mind you, there are free clips out there, but still, it's like, but these scenes were already paid for.
So okay, fine. I didn't pay for them. You know what I mean? Now, so I had my brothers over the house when the day we were going to the prom, and niggas was like, I see, well, Tone has a stack of fucking DVDs of porns down in his basement in his man cave. Okay. And nigga found it and was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this nigga, it's my stash. What the fuck you worried about it for? You know what I mean? Sometimes you need some shit like that. I don't see. But my point is what the fuck is the purpose of these motherfuckers is making millions of dollars.
You a hater.
I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
London, can you call us 301-232-5700? No, London has friends that are sex workers.
Okay, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But here's the thing. Let me ask you, if London looked at you and said,
I bet not never.
No.
Well, again, keep in mind, I'm going to, again, educate you all. Originally, OnlyFans was supposedly for artwork. That was originally it set up for. Then all of a sudden,
here we come.
Here we go.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, a lot of the adult entertainers, again, if you think about how society sets these things up, they pretty much they wanted to take advantage of the new technology. So they went all pretty much gone to OnlyFans because that's the way they can get in and meet, talk to fans, with instant access with the DMs and stuff, like, because pretty much like Instagram and Twitter, they try to bury that stuff. So if you didn't know this, pretty recently, OnlyFans was trying to get rid of all the adult content because they felt like, because pretty much they decided, like, we didn't want to be fully known for that. But again, that showed discrimination. And they felt like, okay, fine. So a lot of new platforms are being created based off of OnlyFans. Then OnlyFans just realized, it's like, okay, we'll hold that off. So they end up keeping that stuff.
That's your cash cow.
Here's my thing.
And we have a caller.
We got a caller.
That's what OnlyFans is known for. To me,
is.
It's only known for, you know what I mean?
Shake.
Shake. Caller, who we talking to?
We're talking to London. Good morning.
Hi, London.
London said she'll be here next Monday. Thank you, London, for calling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all already had read my comments, but first there are a few things that I would like to input and reiterate.
Okay.
So OnlyFans or any other website that is dedicated for people who do sex work or nasty things, it was a market that was created by men. Men, you guys always ask for a lot. You ask for things on Facebook, you ask for news, you ask for all those different kind of things or whatever. and they label a chick as being a hoe. So if you're gonna call me a hoe because of news, you call me a hoe behind the paywall too. Ooh. Because let's be here, like let's calm all that down. Let's be humble. So you can call me a hoe behind the paywall, and I'm gonna be getting paid, and you can be bitter and all that other stuff. I'm going places with your money and probably supporting my boyfriend or my husband too, like and taking his money. That's the first thing I want to say. Second, I believe that doing sex work and content and everything on OnlyFans or whatever app that already exists pretty much provides more safety for people who do sex work, because it's different audiences of people who do sex work. You have people, for example, and if this comes across problematic, it's not my intention. I have friends who are in the LGBT community, some people who are trans, some people who do like femboys, so like they're men, but they dress up feminine and cross-dress, like things like that. And you have people who have different kinks and stuff, but are able to easily support it without the risk of being killed or murdered and stuff in person. So they're able to provide that fantasy over app or over OnlyFans and things like that. So it also provides safety. It provides safety for regular men and women too. So that's why people jump on it as fast as they do. You're able to get your taxes and stuff paid. You can do it from the safety of your home, and you can still work your full-time job. So it's not just the thought process of like who you're able to smash or, you know, like who you're able to link up with and everything else. It's really just all about money at the end of the day, putting these services behind a paywall, but then also not having to expose other people to these kinks that they may not be acceptable of or may not really care for. So it's the safety factor, the money factor. It's a whole type of market thing, and sex and porn is a really big industry, and it won't stop. You have people on Twitter who be sharing like Pornhub links and stuff like that, and somebody mentioned earlier that with each click or whatever, each retweet, each like that you put, it does generate income and stuff for them. It boosts their insights, and then that's how influencers and stuff are created. So it's just like social media, with it being so prominent and so big, like it supports you whether you do sex work or not. Like you could post one little cute picture in a bathing suit, you'll generate clicks and likes and stuff. You become an influencer, and if you want to jump on the OnlyFans bandwagon, you can. Or if you just want to be a regular blogger, you can do that too. But men definitely created a market for that, and I think that men are upset because of the fact that people are getting paid for it, but y'all create a market for it.
You know what? And see, this is why I love London. This is why I love London, because I'll come on with my views, and London has a way of explaining where I understand. And I love you for that, London. Thank you. See, now I see it. It's our fault. You fucking pathetic men. You sorry son of a bitches have done this. No.
Now, London.
But London is right.
Now, London, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen, the boys and girls, what would happen if you came home and told me that you was a sex worker? Could you please explain to them?
I think I answered one of that question.
If my boy sell feet pics, I'm gonna do that. I'm sorry. Sell my sticky stockings. I don't care. You will not find my cool card though on the internet. That's one thing you won't find, because he was crazy. I'm like, men scare me though, because they will try to find you. Like, you got like other crazy women too who are trying to find you just because they jealous and like try to murk you. Yes. I don't have time for that. Yes. If I want to put something behind the paywall, it's gonna be some bougie road boudoir stuff. Yeah. Like, I'm classy. Yep. Not saying that anybody else can do it. Their stuff, how they do it, is not classy. But I just have classier motivations for myself. And if I'm gonna put content or anything else out there, it's gonna have a concept. It's going to be something pretty. It's gonna be something different and unique. So that will be the only time I would utilize something to bring a freshness or uniqueness that I know that I have that nobody else could possibly do. And that's just a huge flex that I'm going to put out there for myself. So, boom.
Speaking of flex, she is amazing. So before you go, tell the people where they can find you at.
Where can we find you at?
Oh, yes. So, as you all know, I'm a cosplayer. So you can find my work. I make costumes, I make wigs, and I do makeup and special effects makeup. You can find my page on Instagram at Black Crystal Cosplay, just like that. You can find it on Facebook as well, Black Crystal Cosplay. All my fan pages and all my stuff is labeled under Black Crystal Cosplay. You can also Google me, because I will be the pop up. Wow. All right, I'm out.
All right, thank you, London. Go somewhere, don't go nowhere. God, see? You see how that made me feel so much more comfortable now? She came in, she said what she had to say, and I see it. Now, so Torch made a good point.
What'd he say?
Torch was like, men have OnlyFans pages too. Ooh. Women are paying for it too now. I'm just hating. I'm hating. So for me, here's why. Because I can go to a strip club and I can have a drink and you can get a lap dance and I just be like this.
You don't
And niggas
enjoy
really
the entertainment
get off on
aspect
that
of
shit?
it. You don't. You don't.
I'm there just to enjoy to have a drink and watch some pussy and some titty shaking, and I'll be like, all right, cool.
So again, it's the exact same thing. You're at home, you're feeling comfortable,
but I'd rather
turn
have
on
the
your
real thing in
computer.
my face because I remember going to the Macumbo Lounge. It's right there on Georgia Avenue.
Okay.
Right up the street from Penthouse. Right.
Yeah.
So I went to the Macumbo Lounge and there was this chick in there one day and she was fucking on the stage and this bitch had some serious.
She was fucking what?
Amazing.
No, you said she was fucking on the stage.
She was fucking after that. But she was on the stage and she had control of her pussy muscles. So I swear for God, I had a dollar. Right?
She grabbed it
with her pussy. I put it in her pussy, and her pussy just was like, "I'll take that, please."
And that's the draw. That's the draw.
And I was like, "Oh my God!" You know what I mean? So I went back and I sent her some more money because that shit was amazing. She was able to open up the dark hole and all that. I was like, "Oh shit!" I probably saw a couple of her kids down there or something like that. But
some of your damn homies.
It was so it was cool. Then later on in the night, because the Macumbo Lounge, if you really realize, the Macumbo Lounge was really like fucking a wild spot because if your money was right, you could be in there fucking and shit. And the same chick, I was like, yo, I went to another stage and she was in the corner, and the homie had his niggas out front watching so he could smash the joint. Like, nigga, they had it upstairs and everything. It was crazy.
Listen, that's the draw, and you have to understand that while you saw that thing in person, women are doing amazing things on OnlyFans. I want men. Let me.
You gonna go to OnlyFans and see? You gonna go check it out? You gonna go check it out? That's the face. I'm gonna go check it out. Now, here's another question for you fine people. This card ties into shitting where you eat, aka dating where you work. Is that a yes or a no? Would you date somebody that you work with, or would you?
Out loud? Like out loud?
Either way.
Okay,
Either way.
In my youth, I didn't care. And let's be clear, I had sex with people that I work with. I had a sexual relationship with one of my coworkers one time, right? In my youth. London, put your earmuffs on. In my youth.
No, London, keep them shit off.
In my youth, there was an attraction to a person that never built up to anything. And I don't know why. I probably did not have the time, but I found him attractive. But where the road, or where my Tim's got scuffed, is that he was being jealous. Like, people who were talking to me, he was being jealous. I found myself getting jealous one time. Like, it's something like.
So those are problems for you. For me,
it was very problematic. And I could not have a bad hair day because I just wanted to always appear away to him. It screwed me. It changed my focus for work. It really did. And it was a distraction. It was a distraction. And then to find out he was passing out goodies all over that job.
Exactly. So here's the thing, and here's my thing. I won't do it. You know what I mean? I won't do it. You know what I mean? Because it causes too many fucking problems, especially in this day and age. You know what I mean? And I see some bad bitches that I work with. Let me say that. There's some bad bitches. That's why I don't like going in the Springfield building, because that's where all the bitches are. And there's some bad bitches in there. Like, yo, there's some fucking baddies that work for Washington Gas. They are. You know what I mean? They work in the office side. You know what I mean? But I won't even look at them. You know what I mean? Here's the problem with that, because now you dating this person you're fucking working with, right? And then shit don't work out. You know what I mean?
Implosion.
And what happens? It fucks up your fucking your way of life, your money flow, because now it's awkward. It could be it could go any kind of way. It could be human resource nightmare. Nah, man, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about.
I got a story for you.
Go ahead, come on.
Someone who shall remain nameless.
Okay.
Used to date this girl on his job. He's very close to me. He used to date this girl on his job. The girl ended up feeling some type of way because he broke up with her, went to human resources, told him that he harassed her, took pictures of them having sex, and fixed them so that it looked a certain way. He got fired from that job because, one, you're not supposed to fraternize. You're not supposed, like, there are rules in place that keep you from entering into a romantic or sexual situation with people. And you got people out here for real who will throw it all away because you don't want to go further or because you're going too far.
Okay, here's a true story.
So hold on. And picture going home and telling your people why you got fired.
Well, there, explain that.
They said you can't.
Nigga, you can't. Nigga, you're gonna have to lie. You're gonna have to lie good. So here's true facts. Fuck you, Washington Gas. I love y'all, but you keep paying me the way you do. But this is true facts. This happened at Washington Gas. This happened last year or something like that.
Okay.
Dispatcher. You know what I mean? I don't want to mention names.
Don't.
Right. So
Smart.
She's on there, and when she first came to the company, came off a little flirtatious. I didn't like the bitch. So one day I come into fucking work, and they're like, "Yo, for them to understand what y'all do out there, they're gonna ride along with you today." So I come in,
ride along.
I see my supervisor, and he's like, "Hey, you want? Fuck no, I'm out. I'm out. You know what I mean? You're not going with him, right?" The same. She goes back in the dispatch, and she gets to flirting with these dudes, and these dudes are buying her gifts.
She's cute. She's cute. Was she fat? What was it? Anyway.
She was Oompa Loompa. She was Humpty Dumpty, but she's
pretty.
Yeah. So hold on, dudes is buying her gifts. Then it got to a point where it was working a night shift, and dude was in dispatch. And they were in dispatch, and they were together alone. And all I can say is a nigga ended up with jizz down his pants and on his boot.
Oh, shoot.
So a nigga beat his monkey in front of her. Mind you simple motherfuckers, there are cameras in the sky. They're always watching, you idiot. It became a big thing at work. All of that shit got exposed, what she was doing and buying, and dudes buying her gifts and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Subsequently, they both lost their job. This nigga was married. Hold on. It wasn't as bad. The nigga had 29 years in.
Stupid. And
he was right there at the fucking verge of retiring.
And threw it away.
Do everything
to be this monkey. London said, "I would rather swallow a jean jacket laced with crunchy peanut butter, no water, than deal with a coworker. I'm keeping my power, and I don't need any distraction."
Yo, shit is crazy. Shit is crazy because you work with these people, and I tell these men, and I see there's a couple guys I work with. There was a dude, right? We're not allowed to fraternize. You know what I mean? Okay, so there was a dude, and I kid you not, that was going into women's homes. We get calls, we get service texts. We go into women's houses, people's houses. You know what I mean? I've gone into a woman's house, and a woman come to the door and had a robe on and was just butt ass naked, and I'm like, "Can you put something on, please, before I come inside?" But I looked. Titties was nice. Pussy was a little hairy, but the titties was nice. But you know what I mean? But this particular guy was flirting with these women and was bagging these women and didn't realize this one woman was recording him.
See?
The nigga, what his dumb ass did was, she asked the nigga, don't even know this, "Can I borrow $20? Well, yo, I'll come back later on and I'll drop it off to you." She recorded the Bama, and the Bama came back, and subsequently they walked the nigga out the door for fucking with bitches.
Well,
fucking with bitches. I'm not doing it.
I can one up you. I can one up you.
Oh.
The place where I work night shift.
Uh-huh.
And oh God, how do I do this? Okay, so we have a sleep center that's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get tested.
I know sleep study.
Yeah, you get sleep studies. Apnea. Well, it wasn't occupied this night. It became occupied that night. And the person, after they bust off, fell asleep. And security was doing their rounds. And this fool had 37 years. 37 years there and bust off. And of course, whoever he was doing it with.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And not realizing that those sessions are recorded. I've had 2 people get fired for doing it in the stairwell, and look, and the one of the girls that did it, her mom was working there, and it's like, how do you put your mother in that predicament? There's still a story to this day. Still a story. Like the one dude that worked in the kitchen was walking around with his penis out through the hole of his scrubs in the kitchen. Like, yo, it's
crazy though.
Yo.
I mean, it is crazy. I mean, so that is something that, you know what I mean, like, yo,
I don't really mind that part though. You can walk with your penis out.
It's because you may not mind that, but somebody else may take you. Yo, it's at the point now where you really can't say anything because it's an HR nightmare. And the first thing they want to scream is sexual harassment. It can go either way, man or female. But most times it's more on the female. If that's a get back tactic. A female's mad. Yo, you fucking with her, and then you find out you fucking with somebody else, and she's going to use that tactic. exactly. I'm not gonna put myself in them situations because I'm not gonna go home and tell my family I lost my job. You know what I mean? Because it's some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Nah.
So what about people who have success in that area? Or have success, like they get on these dating apps and they marry the love of their life, or they get in these jobs and they shit where they eat.
That's another question I was going to ask. You know, would you work with your spouse?
No.
Fuck no. I'm all for that. I love you, but no.
You want to work with Tasha?
Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck out of here. No.
You almost made me pee on myself. Look, that was.
Hell no. Fuck that. I love her, but I'm not working with her. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Top tier reasons.
Here's why. I need my fucking space. She leaves her space. You know what I mean? When I go to work, you know what I mean? That's my time. That's like my time. You know what I mean? That's my shit. This is my lane that I'm working. She has her lane. And it's like I wouldn't want to go work with her.
You wouldn't want to be with the nigga all day.
Nah, that's too much. It's too much. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it is. It's entirely too much. And then other problems will arise behind that because then it could be favoritism. It can cause too many problems. Now, I've seen husband and wives and people dating. And the people I work with, the wife works in one
shift,
and then no, she works in one department. He works in another department. But the compartments are kind of tied together with each other. It's some bullshit. But later for that though. You know what I mean? But the purpose of that is, no, I could not work with with Tasha. I wouldn't work with my wife.
Waffle batter, would you work with your loved one?
I'm in agreement. No. No. Because the fact of, you go to work together, you come home, the back and forth, you got, and all that stuff. It's, you kind of, and also the fact if you still live, work in the same department, and dealing with the same people, what more can you say together? And throw in a nice little monkey wrench into this. What if one has a higher position than the other? That's even possible problematic.
Well, we're not talking about like work husbands, cause.
Well, no, if you're talking about your work husband, if you're talking about your,
he heat my car up
that's
every
different.
morning.
That's fucking different to have your work husbands. You got a friendly work husband. That's different. If you're talking about husband and wife, like nigga. Okay. That's the question. Would you work with your spouse, your husband, your work husband, or your work wifey? That's different. You know what I mean? I ain't got none.
Cause you ain't fucking your work husband and your work wife. You guys are not.
Well, I've heard. I've heard.
You don't have to. That's ridiculous. You don't have to.
I've heard.
If you look, you gonna go outside.
Are you saying it can't happen?
I'm not saying it. I'm not. No, I'm not saying it can't happen. But no. No, you don't have to. Like, and I don't think the people even admit that.
I wouldn't. Here's what it is. It's
just
a hard no.
Just wipe the snow off my car, bro. Just wipe the snow off my car,
nigga. And you a whole flunky for that. You a whole flunky for that. What you
that's
do?
Work husband shit.
Yeah, that is. Because that was a question I wanted to ask. Is like, what constitutes you as a work? What does a work husband do?
You listen. It's been snowing. I go out. My truck be cleaned off. I got an extra set of keys. I let that bama know. He go out there and he start my car up, lock the door for me, so I can. When I get out, it's nice and warm. And guess what I would do? If I have extra food, I just make sure the nigga eat. That's it. That's all. We not exchanging. We not exchanging niceties. We're not exchanging affirmations. You're not hugging me. You're not touching the small of my nothing. You are just eating these peas.
So help me understand. So Aaron Green said, does Kiki think she can work with Aaron Green? No. So here's what it is. Because of work husband, you're a fucking flunky, dude. You're their fucking flunky. I am not going out there to wipe snow off your fucking car and go start your car, warm that shit up all up, and just so you can give me some funky ass food as an afterthought? Nah.
A work husband does everything for no coochie.
Yes! Thank you, Silk. That's what I was getting at. Yo, at this point, I'm doing this, and I'm not getting anything in return. Like, yo, what we gonna do? Look, just stroke it a little bit for me.
Torch, we not going out for no drinks, bruh. But you can buy me a birthday gift.
What?
I did get birthday gifts. I did get.
Yes, because you had a whole party. But so
you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. You had a whole party.
Yes.
Your coworkers love you. They're the bestest.
Yes,
right? Because they did it.
And I look cute in my scrubs. Like that's just it.
Here's my thing. She had a whole mask on and everything like that. But later for that though, you know what I mean? Look, so. You can't go out and have drinks with your work husband after work?
No.
Why the fuck not?
Because it's work husband. Not
Because
after,
this nigga been working all week to make you happy at work and you can't take this nigga out and have a drink with him?
The operative word is work husband. Not after work husband. Not before work husband. Fuck you mean?
So this dude is a flunky.
No, he's...
No. Work husbands are flunkies. You fucking flunkies. And if some of y'all are watching right now, you're not going to admit that you're a work husband, but you're a fucking flunky.
Tank is my work husband.
Tank?
Tank from your club. That's my work husband.
Okay, wait, he's not your work husband.
No.
You will not say that about Tank.
Tank is my
You will not say that about Tank.
Tank is my work husband.
I'm calling Tank.
Because when we go out of town, Tank brings my bags.
He's a gentleman.
He's my work husband.
No, he's not.
He tie up my shoes and my skirt short.
Y'all work together?
At events.
No, that's not your work husband. You will not label my brother as your work husband.
He would make a liquor run for me for no coochie.
No,
we ain't even held hands.
It's not happening.
That's my work husband. And I love you, boo.
You can't constitute that as your work husband. A work husband is somebody that you work with. At your employment. That is something completely different. You're not going to tie the two together.
My work husband.
No, you tried it. No. That is your event husband?
That's my work husband.
No. Because does he work at the hospital with you?
It doesn't matter.
Or does he work at the salon with you?
If
he does none of those, he's not your work husband.
You are not qualified to dictate.
As Batman said, and I quote, as Batman said, beta.
And listen.
Thank you, Batman. Because that's all it really is where your work husband is your fucking flunky. He is
Batman,
beta.
as my booty tattoo states, fair exchange is not robbery.
What are you doing for him? You giving him some funky ass fucking food, some leftover scraps that you didn't want?
No, I would have you in mind. I will make an extra lobster tail or an extra something for you if I know. Because for real, I'm eating good. So are you. Because guess what? I appreciate the fact that I don't got to run out here and go out here and
I can go buy my own goddamn food.
But apparently he doesn't. He don't got no woman at home. Apparently he has nobody to do that. So I think about him. So I am thankful that I do not have to wipe that big truck off. It snowed 4 times this month.
So exactly. And so what does he get out of a dry ass lobster tail? A sorry ass lobster tail? Thank you?
Excuse me.
And you're gonna bat them eyes at him and she's gonna walk extra hard when she walks away from the dude.
Excuse me. I don't even eat mashed potatoes and I made him some, okay?
You open this line of questioning up when you say you had a work husband. Now, as for you have a set husband. You can say Tank is your
Tank is my work husband.
That's going to stop. He's not your work husband.
Shit me.
He does not work with you. He's your set husband. I'm calling Tank when I leave here.
A hater.
I am calling Tank when I leave here. Tank, you're going to stop that shit.
You a hater and you childish. And you childish. That's what you are.
No, I am not a hater.
You got a real wife. I don't got no real husband.
So
why
what?
you hating on me?
I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on you.
It feels like hater. It feels like hateration.
No, I'm hating on your work husband because he's a fucking flunky.
No, he's not. He is getting. It's an even exchange. You're hungry, bet. My truck is cleaned
off. Goddamn car off. Here's what you do.
I don't have remote start.
Upgrade. Get remote start. Hit that motherfucker. Let it warm up. Because I'm on the 6th floor.
So guess what? No, that's not gonna happen. So he says to me, guess what? I gotta go outside anyway, baby. It's 16 degrees outside. Give me your keys. Got you.
Yeah, no, Kiki, no.
You a hater?
No, I'm a hater. No,
please
because all you gonna do is give me some funky ass fucking mashed potatoes and a lobster tail.
If you don't have that, because it beats the fuck out of 7-Eleven hot dogs. It beats that.
No, wait a minute, because if you're eating 7-Eleven glizzies, I'm going to roast you.
Some people are. Like, he hasn't even brought me a glizzy before. Thank you.
He's eating the glizzy with 2 hands?
That's his business, not yours.
Oh, not the glizzy. Oh, brother, he's not saying, I'm going to work to record this, mama. Nigga, you eating glizzies. You double fisting the glizzies. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, my God. Okay.
If you're a work husband, please call. If you're a work wife, please call.
Somebody call because somebody fucking ain't work husband and they work wives. Because I just can't understand the concept behind you fucking.
Because you small minded.
I'm small minded.
Yes.
Okay, I'm pebble minded.
And you Virginia.
Nigga, you. It got nothing to do with it. There's nothing to do with it. It's the mere fact that you are a work husband or you're a work wife. There is only nigga. You just my friend that I work with. You're not nothing else. You know what I mean?
smoking a lot. You know what? You should
Do you
sell
get
the
them to
coke.
do your
You
work
should
for you
sell the
too?
coke that you smoke.
Do
I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what I mean? I did. I don't smoke coke.
I don't have to.
But that's not the point.
No. The point is that you can't see the point I'm making. Listen, you spend more hours really awake at work than you spend at home. Let's be real.
So Aaron made a
Come on, Aaron Green.
Aaron said that man at least deserves a hand job. At least a hand job, something to make me want to keep going. We got to call.
I'm sure he'll get that. Not from me though.
Okay, that's respectful. We got to call. Caller, who we talking to?
Tasha.
Hello. Essence. Talk to us.
How you doing? Talk to me, Essence.
She the queen of work husbands.
I said Tasha.
Oh, it's Tasha.
Your wife.
Oh, sorry, Tasha.
It's my wife. Oh, Lord. Here we go. It's my wife. Go ahead, wifey.
So I used to have a work husband. Actually, was my work husband.
Huh?
We traveled together. We went out to dinners together. When we traveled, he made sure I got where I needed to go every time we traveled.
Okay.
He was just my work husband. We didn't do anything special. Sometimes we had drinks.
And
he wasn't a flunky. He was just that guy that kept me on my toes when we was traveling.
Ockley was your
What was wrong with
flunky.
that?
He was a beta male. He was your flunky. He's your flunky.
What did you do for him, Tasha?
Nothing. I yelled at him a lot, and I would tell him that stuff was wrong, and he would take care of the stuff that I didn't feel like being bothered with.
Flunky.
Yeah, that's flunky.
Beta.
He didn't benefit.
Beta and flunky.
Well, I don't know that he didn't benefit because maybe he had a fetish. Maybe he liked that. Maybe BDSM was part of that thing, and he liked her to dominate him.
Probably, but
That
you're still
was
a
a
flunky.
benefit.
You're a flunky. You're a fucking flunky at that point. You're a beta male. You know what I mean? And I know this is over there. Shaking his head. But at the mere fact that he was a beta, if he did all of that, and there's no way I'm going to do that and not get nothing in return.
I would call him. He would make sure we would book our travel, and he would make sure that I was on time for my meetings. I would call him once I got off the plane. I was like, "Where's the meeting at again? And what time I got to be there?" And he would tell me.
Okay.
That, you know what? And he was a flunky for that. He was your personal. He was more along the lines of your fucking personal assistant.
Ooh, Liz said she got 4 set husbands.
Okay, I would go with that.
He's just personal
I would go
assistant.
with that.
Thank you for your call.
Thank
Go
you.
somewhere. Don't go nowhere.
Aaron Green, did you block me? Because I don't see none of his comments.
I'm watching Aaron Green.
No, he must have blocked me.
You know what I mean? He said he was a flunky. So,
No, he must have blocked me.
Let's talk about set wives and set husbands. Do you have a set wife? Do you have a set husband? Tank is your set husband, and that's going to cease to it. He's about to divorce you. He's about to divorce you.
Tank is my work husband.
No, he is not. He's not your work husband.
Just saying.
He is your set husband, and which he will divorce.
I don't have a set husband. Tank is my work husband.
I don't believe in that. What makes you a set husband or a set wifey? Can somebody help me? Can somebody call me and explain that to me? Somebody
a set husband and a set wife to me is a person that you do all of that with. Like when they go out of town, you the one that go with them. When y'all hanging out in Myrtle, they hang out with you. Like it is a wife away from a wife. It is a husband away from a husband. Work is something different. We there for 8 hours. Like I'm not traveling with you as my work husband. I'm just not, because for real, I don't even know what the fuck you got going on at home. You know what? I don't care. All you doing is wiping my truck off.
Okay, so what the fuck? I mean, seriously though, what is the purpose of it? What is the purpose of you know, are you fucking your, well, in some cases?
If I had a set husband, I would. And guess what? You gonna have to get me.
Okay, so that's your boyfriend then.
So if no.
I just asked, are you fucking your set husband? Or
if I had a set husband, yes. Yes. Because guess what? When we out, when I see you, it's me. Like it's no question. Like it's just me and you. That's what it is. Like if I'm in the club, I'm gonna need a drink, sir. Because guess what? Your drink is coming to you, sir.
Torch, you can't leave this one alone. No, jump right in. Why don't you? I mean, I'm trying to understand that. I mean, at this point, I'm not claiming nobody as a set wife or a set wifey or work wifey if we ain't fucking. At least a hand job, you know what I mean? Maybe a little dick suck.
Bruh,
maybe a little dick suck.
I'm not sucking your little dick.
Why not?
I'm not jerking your little.
We're not going back to the LDM thing. We can do that another time. But now, the point is you have this man, and at the bottom line, the least case is the way it looks is he's a flunky.
Okay,
he's a flunky.
Let me enlighten your little small mind.
Please enlighten me.
Do you know that some people get pleasure from pleasuring other people?
Flunky. Flunky.
Can you conceive of that?
Flunky. I get it. I get it. I'm just, for me, I don't. I'm not, you know what I mean? What? You want me to carry your bags? We fucking?
I don't want you to do nothing because guess what? All I got to do is show up and take. It's like, girl, give me them bags.
That is a gentleman.
That is my work husband.
No.
Listen,
you're small-minded, making it a title that is not.
I know plenty. Listen, we went to Prague. It was 939,000 people there. Only one person carried my bags, and that was my work husband. Period. Point blank.
If I saw Kiki and she came in with her bags, hey, you got those? You good? Come on, let's get to the elevator. I'll hold the elevator door for you.
Look,
I'll hold the elevator door for you.
Torch is a gentleman. Torch, you know what? Torch is not my work husband, though. Torch is a gentleman. Torch said, y'all need the what's the name of the thing? Y'all need the
cart.
The cart. Sure, he went and got it. Guess what he did? When they put all our stuff, put it on there. We went to Walmart. Guess what he did? Carried all the bags. He's a gentleman.
Exactly what the fuck Tank is.
Tank is my work husband. When I sat down, he was like, "You good? You got?" Look, we sat down to eat our meal. You good? Like, did you get enough? Yes, I did. Thank you.
Get out of here. Tank, I'm calling you. I don't care if you're working. After this is over, I know Tank doesn't have social media. I'm calling Tank. We're going to talk about this. You are not, that is not, no, we're going to end this. Now, the same thing. Torch could be your said husband.
And Green Obama. I will only clear off half her car, the passenger side.
Yes, who said that? Who said
Aaron Green. He must have unblocked me because I can see all this stuff.
You know what I mean? No, because Aaron has multiple plays. Most of us have multiple plays.
I'm going to call you. You blocked me, motherfucker.
At the end of the day, I mean, really, it's not gonna work. Even London said you tried it, and you failed. No. You tried it, but you failed. You tried to finesse that, it's not working. You know what I mean? No. If you want to justify that, you go right ahead.
That's justification. That is he did not want. Look, we had a lot of bags. Like we were sitting out front. Even Bam, we had a lot of bags. And guess what? 939 people walked by. And
I would have kept walking by you. I'd have been like,
my work husband said.
Stop saying that. Your work husband.
Stop. You a hater.
No, I'm not a hater.
You a hater, and it's showing.
I'm not. How am I a hater?
Showing.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater, and I'm not hating. I'm just saying this is pure facts. Torch has done the same thing, but he's not your work. He's not your set husband. He's not a work husband. This is a set husband. Who the fuck is this? Yo, nigga, no, get out of here. I'll deal with y'all in an hour. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no.
Caller, who we talking to? Who we talking to?
This is Essence.
Hello, Essence.
Essence, right? Not Tasha. This is Essence.
This is Essence.
Okay.
Now.
Hey, Essence.
This is Mother.
Okay.
This is Mother.
Come on, Essence. Talk to us.
Okay, so because I was driving when I was listening, I'm just now chiming in. So about the whole work husband thing, I do have one. I don't really call him a work husband, but he's my work babe. And basically, he's not a flunky. He's not a beta. I would say that much. But we do. It is a give and take situation. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. And guess how you know these things?
Hello.
She put me up on game. She put me up on game. I was like, oh, really? Okay. I didn't know they were supposed to wipe my car off.
They're
but guess what?
Flunkies.
No.
That is some flunky shit.
No.
Thank you,
because, no. Because on days that we get back late and it's like as cold like it is now, he will go start my truck, make sure I'm good. On days that I'm like dead dog tired, he's out.
Thank you.
Flunky.
With no exchange, right? No sexual exchange.
Yes. Do you have a husband? Do you have a husband, boyfriend? Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
No, I'm very much single.
Okay,
she had a husband.
Now, so now that changes for her because she's flirting to get. She doesn't have a man. You know what I mean? So it changes the dynamic for her a little bit. You know, but same token, he's not getting anything out of it. But thank you very much. You're so sweet, and thank you.
No. There is definitely a fair exchange between you and I.
What do you pay him for his services?
There's a plethora of things he does. I feed him, among other things.
Like what?
We being nosy now.
Real Talk Mondays.
We being nosy now. You know what I mean? Outside of food, what else can you offer this man? It's cold outside. That wind is cutting through your bones. I'm going to go out here and start your car, wipe your car off, and do all this extra shit for you. And you just feed? What else?
I will say he does get more than a hand job.
Woo! Whack
Bingo,
master.
there it is.
Whack
it's a
master.
fair exchange.
Whack
now
master.
that is no, that's fair exchange.
Whack master.
Thank you, Essence. That is fair exchange right there. That is fair
No,
exchange.
but what I'm saying is what he gets is more than what we do is more than fair exchange. So
How is wiping off my car supposed to be equal to me giving you some ass?
No.
Or me jerking you off.
There are extra things. There are extra things that this work. So Essence,
remember, Kiki, remember, we've already had this dynamic. So it just happens to work out where now we work side by side, like he's literally my right hand.
Oh. So which
here's what
came
it is.
first,
If
the
he's
chicken
doing-
or the egg?
They were fucking first.
The egg and then the chicken. There you go, Tom.
Okay.
So it was at the end of the day, that may be her work husband, and they have their own dynamic going on. But he's being compensated for anything he's doing. So now he's doing extras for her.
Thank you,
He's
Essence.
going to do extras for
Exactly.
her. Now, why are you looking like that, boy?
So
Don't look like that.
He gets compensated. And so does his girlfriend.
Well, I guess
He loans it out to me every day.
that's because she want to. Like that she's attracted to him. I don't have no attraction to my work husband. I don't have no attraction to him. Look, it's cold
And that's
outside.
understandable.
Nigga said, clean
Thank
off
you.
the car means show me your butthole. Take a guess who said it. Take a guess.
Ed Green.
Yeah, take a guess. You
my
clean off the car.
God.
I'm just saying. So I thank Essence for the call.
Thank you, Essence.
Thank you, Essence, because it
You're
just
welcome.
shows at least there are people out there that are fucking their work husbands, and you know what I mean. And that's what it is. Now, London. I'm not giving you sex. Fuck you. You ain't getting none of this. You know what I mean? I ain't asked you to wipe off my car. But thanks for the gesture, though. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Because if you think your work husband is doing things just because he has an ulterior motive,
As long as he keep those
He's trying
motives
to fuck.
ulterior,
He's
as
gonna try
long
to
as they
fuck.
don't come to the
He's gonna-
exterior,
Why?
we're good. Cause
Why?
especially, bruv, I listen. You
cooking
hungry?
for me is not enough. You have to do something else. It's got to be more than that.
Tone.
You gonna do my work for the day? Are you gonna do my work?
We
you
do
gonna
two
cover for
different
me?
jobs.
You gonna cover for me?
We do two different jobs.
Ooh. Yeah, work husband.
Yes, we do two different jobs. Like I work in a hospital, so we got a plethora of positions. It ain't like the
Oh,
office.
I get it. There's a bunch of different shit to do.
And it's men. Like we don't have
It
a whole
happens.
bunch of men. And that man just happened to see me, happened to say, you know what, it's cold outside. Give me your keys. Sure. Who you love? Ty?
This is why I love her.
Who?
She said, if you want sex, be grown in the ass. But also just be expected for my grown answer of saying no. That's why I love her. You know? Yes, thank you, Ty. Ty, thank you.
What
Work
Ty say?
husbands are trying to clap the cheeks.
They can try all they want. It doesn't work though, because I really feel like you swiping off my car does not equate to all this greatness. Then you gonna be stalking me. Then HR gonna be involved. No, I'm good. Then you gonna pass my pictures around because I send news.
But how would that be any different than the dude that you fucked at work?
I don't. No,
You
that,
did, but
no,
just in the past,
that
when you
was
were younger,
then.
when you were
And guess
younger.
what? And I learned. I told you that when I was younger. I learned. I did not like that. Like for real. Don't play me close, Playboy. Just wipe my car off.
Here's what it is. I got coworkers that like fucking females that they work with, and I'm like, nigga, I don't get it, but you tricking.
I got people who love that too. That's their thing.
tricking.
To see who next.
Fuck you.
Listen, I got
fuck
shorties
that.
at my job. That's their shit. And guess what? They feel like, guess what? I don't got to deal with him outside. You know, we have our little stuff in here. All right. Not for the kid.
Have at it. You know what I
Because
mean?
I end up calling you babe or whatever. That little shit I call you at home and be like,
I got a question. I got a question before we wrap this up. Real quick question.
Uh-huh.
Right? Can you speak on black issues if you're dating another race? So you're dating, or let's say you're dating a Caucasity, right? Caucasian, spicy white. I mean, whatever you want to call them.
waffle batter.
Waffle batter. You know what I mean? Milky semen. Whatever you want to call them.
Oh no!
Whatever you want to call them.
Creamsicle.
You know what I mean? Damn. Okay, so now here's the question. And here's my question: is you're dating? Do you feel that your person you're dating or dealing with can speak on black matters and speak freely? Speak freely. Are you comfortable with that?
My other race partner? No, you better not. You better not. And yes, I can still speak on black issues if I'm dating outside my race. Absolutely, because I'm still black. I still have my experiences. Who I'm dating got nothing. Don't take away whatever my past or my history is. What do you say?
I mean, here's my thing. I say no.
Trey say no too. Mm-hmm.
I say no because if you're dating, first off, if you're dating somebody from a different race, that does not give you the right to speak on black affairs or drop the N-bomb.
But listen. I might look a certain way, and let's play devil's advocate. I might look white. But I grew up around. I got all my friends are black tone.
I wouldn't give a flying fuck. You still white. Your family's white, and that's just what it is.
So if I jumped out here and called you and say I'm going to get my nigga, what? Me and you at home. Hold on. Me and you at home.
And that's you're gonna get wrapped in your teeth. You're gonna get just smacked across your mouth because you have to eliminate it there because it's gonna get okay.
It's
you allow that. You allow that to happen, and then when you get fucking mad. And now you're going to look at me and be like, you fucking nigga. And that's my fault because I didn't correct you when you first said it. And I didn't let you know, that's offensive because here's a prime example. Me and my daughter, I love her. We go through this all the time. Mm-hmm. We go through this all the time, right? And she says certain words are slurs. And so here was the thing. If I drop the F word, if I drop the fag word, she'll hit me and be like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that because that's a slur and it's offensive to people. And I turned around in the same breath and said, but it's okay to say nigga. Yeah. I looked at it, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's ridiculous because that's offensive to black people, but he's still saying it. But now where do you cap it at where you say, I can't say this. I can't look at a person and be like, you a fucking fag. Because now the alphabet people are going to just rain down hell on me.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay for this fag to drop the N-bomb.
A white one too.
A white one. You drop the N-bomb and there's no repercussion behind it. It's okay. So in my regards is if I'm dating somebody like that and you want to start speaking or you want to drop that, I'm checking you right then and there. Right then and there. And at worst case scenario, you got to go. I got to get rid of you.
So just cancellations then. So if safe to say, Tone, that if you decided to date outside your race and you decided to date a Caucasian person, that you would have to clean up a little bit of your language too.
Say that again.
If you were to date outside your race, and I don't know what you say, I don't know if you make
white bread, chicken shit, Huckleberry. I couldn't say you shit like that. I couldn't call you a honky.
I don't know if you said I don't know if you say that like when you general, like you would have to clean your stuff up. Now, would she have to tell you that, or would you, because you expect her to clean up, you would just do it automatically, or would that be a conversation?
I would clean it up automatically. I think I would clean it up automatically until you do top tier Caucasity. If you have a top tier Caucasity moment, I am calling you on it. Now I'm not going to call you out I'm not going to be like you stupid cracker. No, you know what I mean? But I'm going to let you know that is some top tier Caucasity shit.
That's very Caucasian of you.
Yes. And I'm not going. And so here's what it is. I can't date a white woman because they can't cook.
Brandon.
Food is bland. It's nasty. I like to eat.
That's offensive. Everybody knows that they don't season their chicken. Like,
so what the fuck? No, I can't eat.
But what if she did though? And Brandon said that's a double standard.
What is a double standard? What is? I'm trying to understand. Hey, Brandon, help me understand what the double standard is, bro. But on the same token, you don't season your chicken. I can't fuck with you. You can't fry no chicken. No, I can't fuck with you.
Her
but that's
chicken.
Just my thing. But my thing is, okay. So even if I'm dating, I can't look at you and call you out of your name. You know what I mean? Because it might be offensive to you. You know what I mean? Which is fine. You know what I mean? But I can't allow you to have those type of conversations.
So if you don't allow her to say the N-word, do you then remove the N-word from your conversation around her and to her? Or fuck you.
That's
you can't
fair.
Say it.
That's fair. But if I'm that's being fair.
I like
you know what I mean? Let's remove that word from our vocabulary, period. Now, when I'm with my niggas, we can drop. I'm dropping M-bombs and your white motherfuckers all day long because it's me and my niggas talking.
Like, wait a minute,
you know what I mean?
Shorty here, Karen's here.
Let's step outside real quick. This stupid white bitch did this shit. You know what I mean? But
Karen's here.
Seriously though, but I mean, it depends. It depends. You know what I mean? Now you have people like we own white people. We own some white people. I hate to say it like that. We own some white people. When I said that, wait a minute, like Michael Rappaport.
Yes.
He's one of us.
No.
You know what I mean? He's one of us, but he can't drop the N-bomb. He will not drop the N-bomb.
Sure, Michael Rappaport
He's dropped
said
it.
niggas,
He was
yo.
Remy. He was
I'm
Remy.
sure the Wahlbergs. Be said.
Well, we don't own the Wahlbergs.
He's not
You know what I
ours?
mean? I don't
They're
want
not
to own
ours?
him. I don't want to own him
thought they was
because
ours.
he was Marky in the Funky Bunch. I can't own that. Now Michael Rappaport, I can't own him because here's the problem with my wife. She watches movies and believes the character and will not fuck with the person. So like
She saw the movie with Ice Cube and don't fuck with him.
Yo, so serious because you know New York Undercover is back on TV, right? It comes on Friday nights. New York
Like
Undercover.
the old ones?
Yes, like
Okay,
the original.
okay.
Comes on BET on Friday nights. And so her thing was she had a whole beef with Ice-T because Ice-T killed JT's girlfriend and she did not fuck with Ice-T. And I was like, but that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. Like serious shit. And to her, and she does this. So with that said, like if you watch the movie Higher Learning, and he played Remy.
I was mad.
You know what I mean?
It was hard for me too.
It was hard because he was like, yo, he killed a nigger, but we still love him. You know, I mean,
that was hard for me too.
Gary Owens, somebody said Gary Owens. Gary Owens is my nigga.
And look, these people marry black women.
They marry black women because they want to be black. They want to be us, but on the same token, these are not men. These are men that are not dropping the N-bomb.
Robin Thicke.
You know what I mean?
I don't care.
They're not, but they're not dropping the N-bomb. And if you drop the N-bomb around them, they going in on you. They're going in on you. That's what it is.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying. Remy, I don't know. But you know what? It's that time, y'all. It is that time.
I love today's show.
Today's show was fun.
It was fun.
So now, look here. I want y'all to go try to enjoy the rest of your week. It's supposed to warm up at the end of the week.
Thank you for allowing us to get y'all Mondays off right.
Yeah, get it started.
Y'all.
Get your day cracking. I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
Just Real Talk Uncensored, man.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.